Welcome to United Taste of America. Today we find ourselves in the state of New York. New York is such a diverse state, from the Adirondack Mountains to the Catskills, from the Finger Lakes to the Great Lakes, and from the beaches of Long Island right up to Niagara Falls. This state has something for everyone. But what most people think about New York is the city so nice they named it twice. New York, New York. This city has created so many famous foods because of so many ethnic groups that actually settled here. Jewish immigrants that created bagels, pastrami and corned beef, blintzes and latkes. Italians with the great New York style pizza, and all sorts of other nationalities. Today in Queens, you can find culinary delights from literally every country in the world. But when you think about iconic foods from New York, one thing always comes to mind: cheesecake. Cheesecake actually was invented by the Greeks when they used cottage cheese, and later refined by the Romans when they used ricotta cheese. But it wasn't until William Lawrence in Chester, New York in 1872 invented cream cheese that American cheesecake began. Some of the great Jewish chefs like Arthur Rubin and Leo Linemitz invented cheesecake. But when you think about cheesecake today, the most famous cheesecake in the world, and what many, including myself, believe to be the best cheesecake, it's all about Junior's here in Brooklyn, New York. I'm here with Alan Rosen, third generation to run Junior's here in a very historic place on historic Flatbush Avenue in what is now Harry Rosen Way, Cheesecake Corner here at Junior's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, 75 years this coming year. My grandfather, when he first opened here, said if we're going to be a great restaurant in New York, we have to have great cheesecake. He went around New York searching, tasting, testing, would come back here to the bakery, do experiments, and they hit upon this magic formula, and it hasn't changed 1 ounce.
Well, this is the original location, which makes it even, I think, more special.
Yeah.
Because this is where the cheesecake, your cheesecake,
Originated. Absolutely. It originated upstairs in the bakery, as I said, 75 years ago. And this restaurant is, generations. People from all walks of life come here to celebrate milestones, have regular breakfast, lunches, or dinners, and top it off with a slice of what's become New York's most popular cheesecake, and probably the most popular cheesecake in the United States of America.
Well, tell me about your grandfather a little bit. I know that he had a restaurant prior to having Junior's.
So my grandfather's family emigrated here from the Ukraine, and I believe there's some Polish in there, and they settled on the Lower East Side. My great-grandfather made bunk beds and worked in a slaughterhouse. My grandfather became a soda jerk, believe it or not, and stood on the corner hawking probably pretzels and egg creams, and then he worked at a soda shop called Marchioni's on the Lower East Side. And by the time he was, in the 1920s, he had bought half a share in that luncheonette, and he opened a restaurant called Enduro. And in 1929, he had 5 Enduros. The 5th one was right here where we're sitting today, in the 20s. Went away on his honeymoon in 1929, and we all know what happened then. Stock market crashed, and we can smile about it now, but he was forced to sell 4 out of his 5 restaurants. He did that, kept the one here in Brooklyn. It was a happening area at the time, ran the Enduro from the late 20s until 1949, went broke again, okay? Reopened on Election Day 1950 with my father and my uncle as Junior's, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Now, why did he call it Junior's?
There's lots of speculation about that, Rick. Some people say it's after his 2 sons, but the truth of the matter is he really liked the name. it stood the test of time. He had the
Yes.
orange and white stripes,
Right.
you know,
Same
and it's
logo,
just become
same color
same
scheme,
everything.
same everything.
It's just become iconic.
At Junior's, it's all about the cheesecake, so let's go see how you make it.
I'd love to show you how it's made. Let's go.
Absolutely incredible how you make this wonderful
A
cheesecake
lot of work goes into it.
and how it has stayed the same for 75 years.
Listen, it's New York and America's comfort food. More popular than apple pie, as you'll hear me say all the time. Cheesecake.
Let's have some.
Yep. Start with that center bite. Is the creamiest and smoothest one out of the whole cake. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's good. That's ridiculous.
I've been eating my whole life, and it still moves me the same way.
And that's a wrap here at Junior's with their world famous cheesecake. Just another stop along the way of United Taste of America. We'll see you next time.